That's a dangerous way to approach success. Okay? Principles have power. You've got to value principles. I said earlier on that principles are like seeds. They control the experience. They create the future. The people who value principles, who know them, and who apply them in our world will always have mastery over situations and circumstances. It doesn't matter how much you know how to talk. It doesn't matter how stylish you are. You can't create food if you don't know how to put the seed in the soil and you don't know the right conditions to make it happen. See? How do you see maize on somebody's farm, or you see an orchard of oranges and you say, he was just lucky? Lucky that orange trees just grew on his farm, and you want to wait for that kind of luck? You will wait forever. You can create that kind of luck for yourself simply by obeying the law of sowing and reaping. So principles have power, and you can leverage on the power within a principle to achieve your goal. Secondly, I discovered that principles never change. Principles never change. People have been planting oranges for millennia. They're still planting oranges, same results. They've been planting maize, only God knows how long. They're still planting maize, same results. Principles never change. Therefore, they make success predictable. All things being equal, when the farmer puts in his maize, he knows in 90 days or thereabout, he's going to get the harvest of maize. Predictable. Success can also be very predictable for you. I shifted my life onto principles and found out success became predictable. Wow. Please bear in mind that this principle of cause and effect that I'm discussing affects individuals, affects families, affects organizations, affects all nations. When an organization aligns with principles, its success is predictable and sustainable. When you succeed by chance, you succeed by luck, if you don't know what you did to create that success, you can't create it a second time. It's like walking on the road and then you just come across a bag of groceries and there are oranges there. That's fine. You got oranges, or maybe someone gave you as a gift. That's fine. You got oranges all the same, but you don't know how to create them. The next time, it's maybe you'll have to be walking all over the road, all over the place to see whether you will chance upon another bag of oranges, or you'll have to wait for someone to come and give you oranges. You can't create the oranges if you will align with the principles. What am I saying? There's practically no level of success you want to achieve that you can't cause. If you find the principle that controls that experience, principles make success predictable. And then, principles are not human, so they are blind to color, they are blind to status. Principles don't know who has PhD and who doesn't have. I mean, when you go to plant a seed in the farm, the soil and the seed, and the principal working there don't know whether you have PhD or not. They work for you. Principles provide equal, level playing field for everyone. You can use the law of cause and effect to radically change your life because it's a principle. Wow. This is getting really, really exciting. But I'll hang it here. We're discussing the law of cause and effect. This is Success Power, and I'll be back after this break.
Success.
Welcome back. This is Success Power. We are discussing the topic cause and effect. Cause and effect is a principle. Another name for it is sowing and reaping. But you see, cause and effect draws our attention to the power of principles. We have said that principles have power, therefore they make success possible. Principles are not human, so they do not recognize color or status. In other words, anyone can apply a principle and get exactly the same result as anybody else has gotten. That's awesome. They provide equal opportunities for all. So, why am I saying all this? When you apply principles in the process of achieving success, you increase the probability of success in a dramatic way. I'm serious. Have experienced it, so I know. You can move from uncertainty to certainty within a short time. In fact, you'll be wondering what happened. Like I mentioned about my obeying the principle of saving. The moment I opened a savings account, began to take out part of my income and to save it, my income just began to go up. I couldn't explain it. My income just began to go up. Because it's a principle. Interesting. Okay? So, of course, I tried to understand it. I tried to understand it. What I realized is that when I had savings in the bank and I ran out of money in my pocket, the thought and the feeling of poverty wanted to fill my heart and my mind. But the moment I remembered, oh no, it's the money in my pocket that is finished. It's not all my money that is finished. The figure in the account jumped back into my mind. What it did was to drive away the thought of lack and poverty, and also drove away the emotion, the empty feeling of lack and poverty. And once it drove the two of them away, then it became difficult for lack to hang around me. Because as a thinker, it's not so easy. If you don't think poor and feel poor, you won't attract poor. Awesome, just principle. I'm just talking about the power of principles. Cause and effect is a principle like that. For every effect that you desire, look for the cause. You dramatically increase the probability of success in your life. Remember once again, whatever you want to achieve, find people who have achieved it. Study what they did to cause their success to happen. Begin to do the same thing consistently over a long period of time. I guarantee you, you will increase your chances of success in a dramatic way. Okay. Let me try to describe the process of knowing the cause for a particular effect. For example, I see a tree. It's an effect, it's a result. I ask myself, how did this tree get to exist? I think a little bit, then wisdom tells me somebody planted a seed. Very good. But that's how you get the law of cause and effect to work for you. I call that process understanding. Understanding. It gives you the know-how of success in any particular situation. Now,